Hello, everybody. It is your friendly neighborhood INFP, and I am back from outer space. The aliens say hi. Wait, this should have been for the INTJ video. Anyways, today we are going to be looking at the ENFJs. The ENFJs are a very upbeat, usually jovial, charismatic. Well, maybe they're not always jovial, but they kind of are usually a little bit more optimistic and jovial. So yeah, I could say that. Optimistic type people, and of course we're going to be looking at their love languages, starting with, probably the most obvious one, the words of affirmation. Words of affirmation is probably going to be the ENFJ's biggest love language. Of course, there is exceptions to the rule, and I would not be surprised if some of these switched orders for some ENFJs, so do not take this as complete gospel. I am just generalizing based on my own experiences, but getting back into it with words of affirmation, the reason why I'm putting this as first is because they are super charismatic. They are people who want to motivate you. They are people who want to see you succeed. They are people who want to uplift you, send you on your way, see you conquer those mountains and those demons and those warriors of the Mongol horde that are coming up the China Wall. Okay, maybe not that last bit, but they are there to be your kind of cheerleader, motivate you, and even in some often more cases than not, suck up all that negative emotions so that you may become a happier person. They will take on the burden so you do not have to. They will potentially martyr themselves, but not as much as the INFJ. We'll get to that on the next video, to help you live a better, more brighter life. They are going to encourage you. They're going to find ways to get you to succeed. They're going to help you in the best way that they can. And of course, they're going to want to try and suck up out all of the things that you're feeling so that, they can properly do that. Which in that case, we're moving on to the next one, which is quality time. ENFJs want to spend time with you. They want to spend time getting to know you. They want to spend time, especially those they care about. They want to know the people. They want to have that very strong emotional connection with them. They want to be like tea and honey, if you will. Sure, let's go with that, like tea and honey. They're going to want to spend that time so that they can understand you, you can understand them, you can get to know them better, they can get to know you better, and the more time you spend with them, the more they are able to see from your emotions, and the more you're able to see from their emotions. And a lot of it is just a lot of I wouldn't say it would be frivolous talk or shallow talk. A lot of it is going to be a lot of the deep waters types of talks that an ENFJ is going to enjoy talking to you, especially if it relates to what you're feeling, what your emotions are, which is a terrible time for INFPs and other FI users, but it can work. I might talk about that in another video, but it can work. Just trust me on this one. They're going to be trying to, this symbiotic type relationship of goodness that they're going to try and impart on you, or you impart on them. And that's generally what they're going to try and look for, is a nice quality time where you can have some serious quality conversations that you may not get with other types, which we will then move into the third one. I do think physical touch is going to be higher on an ENFJ's repertoire, if you will. I do see, most of the ENFJs I have known are rather huggy. They are rather embracey, especially with close friends. There is a kind of intimate connection that they get from it, a kind of emotional connection that they get from it, which can give them a certain high when they do it, which they, to some extent or another, will thrive off of. And there's nothing wrong from that. It's just, how they work. Now, once again, don't take everything I say for 100% true gospel. I am just generalizing from what I know. So with their physical touch, they are going to be the types to embrace you, cuddle, hug, and all that wonderful stuff that goes within the physical touch aspect of things. They may or may not even be totally open to public displays of affection, especially if they've decided to be extra weird that day and decide that it would be hilarious to freak a bunch of people out. So that is why I would put physical touch third. Then after this, it gets a little bit trickier. What would it be? What would it be? Would it be gifts or would it be service? Would it be gifts? I'm going to say gifts. But it could also be services. ENFJs are the type of people who will mold themselves to whatever their partner's love language is, and they'll mold part of themselves to that to match that love language. But for the generality of this, I'm going to go basically on gifts. ENFJs will enjoy when a person has given them a thoughtful gift, when a person has, understood them enough to give them something that they actually wanted, that they may have even forgotten that they wanted, because they might be focusing on, how to do this better, or how to inspire that person, or how to motivate that person, or how to deal with all these emotions that they're, getting from everybody around them. By, playing everybody's therapist sometimes. So when you're giving them a very quality, relaxing, or whatever kind of gift they're looking for, they'll find that extraordinarily appreciative, and see that as a kind of act of love. And they'll do the same thing, of course, in return, especially if they know you want a certain something, or if they know that you enjoy receiving gifts, they will then go out and be that gift giver, which could rival some of the other types out there who are big on giving gifts. Usually it depends on the person, where their love languages stand, which then morphs some of the ENFJ's love languages around. But yeah, I would put gifts fourth, and then the last one I would do is services. Much like the ENTJ, ENFJs aren't there to be your mom. They aren't there to be your nanny. They aren't there to be your housekeeper, if you will. If they're going to perform an act of service, it is going to be one that helps motivate you along the way. They are far more motivational. They want to see you as a kind of potential partner. They will guide you in the correct direction to go. They will motivate you in that direction that you're going. They will be extraordinarily charismatic and, burst open the floodgates for you and just like kick you into the deep end and, help you swim along, because they'll probably jump in along with you to, help you go through that. A lot of it is usually them, what they can do. Their act of service is what they can do to help you better yourself or help better your surroundings, and then they will try and make that happen, especially if they're feeding off of the emotions that require that kind of activity. But they would much rather watch you waving from the ground being like, he did it, go him, and then they'll show up at whatever big concert if you become a famous singer and like be your biggest fan or whatever. So active service, I do see it can be higher, but it's more in the sense of helping you and succeed and helping you grow. It's not so much let me do this for you or let me do that for you, let me fret over these small details, heaven forbid. I mean, they can do that, but that's not where they're going to be inclined. So with that being said, that would be where I would put it for the ENFJ. And if you like this video, once again, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.